Can it be down and out and depressing? Is it not right that you turn on the video and right away I start to talk, so you're not ready to listen to what I have to say? So you're telling me, stop, stop, stop. I have to put it on hold. But I don't want to put it on hold. Maybe I should dance around, sing a song. We can learn it together. Sing along. La, la, la. I just did a video, well, not just, but before this one, the last one I did, didn't work. Lately, they're not working. But let me tell you one thing. Inside of me, oh my God, I feel the vibrations starting. I sense that it's happening. Now, is this a bipolar thing? Don't forget, I'm only bipolar for like 7.5 years, nearing 8 years. Is this what happens in the 8 years? Doctors, tell me, what's happening to me? Or maybe I should go on one of the surveys. Oh my God, in the surveys, what's happening to a bipolar person for the first time after 8 years? If they'd stop bothering me and just let it happen, don't pick me up and lock me up and tell me what to do and where to go and control my life because something's going to happen and you're worried for me. Do you know that hospitals and armies make you more crazy than anything? Didn't you not know that? I mean, I can't talk anymore. I'm not pronouncing my words the way you want to hear them because I like to be funny. I like it to sound jokingly, even though I'm serious at the same time. But because it's not you're serious and I'm not on average or on key, it shouldn't be the way. I was thinking of the Super Bowl. Then I was thinking the skulls, okay, because who was that? Where did I get this? Let me see. Who is this? I have Trista Emmons. She's good. And she's like Emmons and Lemons. Enzo Militano, you liked something. Thank you for liking what it is. And then we have to go on to the all-new exclusive friend I have, Kathy S. Gerardo, and here it is. The name is Tammy. I disappeared from the front of my skin. Something I've seen 100 times if I haven't seen it once. Oh, there it is. Terry Stewart. So I know a Terry Stewart, and then I know like a Tammy Baker. Well, I know. Anyways, where am I on the screen here? Okay. I only came on here for a minute, so I'm fooling around. You want to know where the 10 skulls are? I don't remember. In fact, I forget everything all the time and have to rethink everything. Almost like the guy who's got to put tattoos all around his body because he forgets. I have this sort of long-term, short-term memory. I remember in the short term when I have to and I need, and in the long term, who are you? I'll remember one thing, whether or not I was justified with you. I'm not sure where the 10 skulls are, but I'm quite sure it has to do, if you want to find anything you want to find, let's start and do it easy. Pick a number. Then pick a star with that number. Then find out how you designed that star and if it can be twisted to become another star. That means it wasn't the original star to start with. Check the angle out. On what angle is it coming in on? Like the dice angle, we have dice here, okay? So this dice is this way, but this dice is this way. Still the same one on each side, but they ain't sitting the same way. 1 and 1 controls one of north, east, west, and south on the angles, and here is north, east, northwest, all at 45, 90s, 90, 90, and 90, 360 degrees. But if it was 90 degrees on a clock or 45 degrees on a clock, it would say something different. If it was a 45-degree tennis curve, or lineup, or it was an ace, you get the points right away, but it never adds up to 45. Because you must have 2 eggs in the game each. Egg, 15-15. Egg, 30-30. Now who's going to crack the first egg? 30-30, the next one cracks the egg, 10. He gets the 10. Which connect does he come with the 10? He's either the 2-8 or he's the 4-6-10. Do you know why? Because 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, they're in a family. 1 and 2 make 3 through 1. I lost my place where I was, but it didn't matter. If you asked me a question, I'd find where exactly I was anyways. So these are dice, different angles, different houses. They go in together, and eventually, after you fill them all in together, I mean, it's like take a carcass, take a car. You see a car, but not all the panels are put the same way in the car. But you see a car on the road, it's got a different design, a different color, and a different paint. Well, that would make up for a different color, wouldn't it, Ronnie? I guess so. So where was I in this? The skulls and the gates and the hotels and the motels. Ask yourself the question, what's a hotel in Monopoly? If God was making life based on Monopoly, what was a hotel and a motel? What are the taxes that you're actually paying? I told you before about tennis, 15, 1, 5, and 9, 15, 3, 5, and 7. Or, on the first level, the 5 red actually can be played by the black position. Yeah, it makes a cross of Jesus on the number grid. Where was I? So anyways, you use all these things that you can make things from, and it builds things. And then you say, oh, okay, I know where it comes from. I know where the 7 skulls are, or I know where the 10 is. I mean, here's one of the 10s you can look at, okay? Here's a 10, of which 5 is up here. So the answer for this card would be 10 of 5, 5 and 5. 10th letter in the alphabet is J. The 5th letter in the alphabet is E. It says je. It means I and I. Now, is this a house? 1 hand, 2 hand, 2 quacky ducks, a bow tie, and a head. Here's the body. Here's his 2 feet and 1. Depending which way you want to look at it. We can also look at this card as 2, 4, 6 in the middle, and 4 on the outside. You're inside the 4. You're in the 10 card. This would make you up. But look, the clock is missing from the center. The ACE. Ain't no ACE in this one. You don't see it, right? Because they're living up here. This is supposed to be in the center. This is the same heart. You see the way this is squished together? It would be squished together right over here, the same thing. The same thing as if you look at the 1, 3, 5, 9 card, which show the spot over here. I don't have the 9 card on me. Another thing which really, really funny, okay, is not off by much, but from the 1st of May, when the actuality of this project first began, when I conclude and I knew something was wrong, okay, or from the, or it could have been from the first weekend, whatever it is, from the day I call the beginning of this project to the day I call the end of this project, is 3431 in days, from the first day this started till the last day this ended. It's actually, okay, 34 and 35. Okay, that's what it should be. Now, if they would have went for the 1-point play, but they got the extra 2-point play instead of the 1-point play, now they missed that field goal, which is 3 points, so they missed 4 points and got 2. So that would have made it 34-33. And that would be the end score. Anyways, I don't know why I brought that up, but Indiana, in the end of an anno, Anna is to lock up the angels. Anno, tie them down. Indiana, tie them down. The ring of Indiana. The circle, Kentucky. Ken can be Ken in Hebrew. Tuck can be Friar Tuck. How do you want to look at this? I can't do this alone. This is a big word game, my friends. Old Diana, the Diana death, the safety. What would be the safety? What would be the safety in the end of the game that they got? Why would they give up the 2 points? You see, I wish I would have watched that last 2 and seen why they gave it up. Why they didn't want to have a stopped. They would have had a stopped. Okay, if they don't give it up, right? They kicked the ball. They had 6 or 8 seconds left in the game. They kicked the ball into the air, I guess. So the other team catches it, and if they don't kick it out far enough, and they get the 3-point play, it's no good. They have to get the touchdown anyways. But they knew they only had 1 shot. They knew that if they give them the 2-point play, The minute they put that ball in the air off their foot, the clock starts coming down. They end up with no plays. The other way around, they run out of bounds. They call time right away, fair catch, and they had 5 seconds to set up for a better play. Anyways, the other thing about the time, my sickness, and this whole thing is also that from the day it begins to the day it ends, it's basically 3,443 days, which is Barack Obama, just like my last video before, Barack Obama and JF Kennedy. It also has Ronald Reagan in there, because there's a reason how it works out. 3,400 days is real, okay, and 35 days. And then there's 2 days for the leap years, and then there's 3 days because 3 of the months are 31. And are you counting the day you're on, or are you counting the eve before? So you can be plus or minus 3 days, which would take you all the way to 334.43. And even if it went to 34, 42, 41, 40, I have a reason for every single one. Anyways, let's stop it here, take a break. All I know is I'm going to come back, and from one of these cards, from one of these dice cubes, from a star in the sky, I will show you the 7th gate or the 10 horns or whatever you ask in numbers. It's out there. You know it and I know it. You just haven't made the decision of saying this is what it is. They're all what they are. It's whatever you can say, okay, it's this and the added definition. Add the definition to all of them. You're not going to be wrong. Otherwise, God wouldn't have done it. He made everything to go all the way around and come back to the beginning, that everything was duplicated over and over again, and he didn't miss a thing. That way, if everything is duplicated over and over, and you go round and round and round, just at a different time, he knows he's not going to lose you anywhere. Raphael 7286. Houses and hotels. Rats in the sewers. You think tic-tac-toe might be 7 heads, 10 heads, 9 heads? Didn't you know about 10? That 9 lives within 10. 10 is the definition of everything less. 10 is the definition of 2 and 8, whatever lives there. 3 and 7, whatever lives there. 4 and 6, whatever lives there. It's the totality of the 2 sides connected together, like AC/DC, basically. 7286, thank you for watching. Ask me anything, ask me anything. Sometimes I feel like I know it all, and then I know nothing at all. I like to know nothing at all, but just to let you know, I'll try anything, because from the seat I'm sitting in, I don't think there's any danger. Although they keep tapping on my door somehow, scratching on my head like a chicken. Hey, Zadie. You know what a Zadie is? My grandfather, my grandmother. They separated 24 years ago. My grandfather had to go to heaven, and my grandmother decided to stay here. Big division they had to make up, eh? Where are you going, honey? Something wrong inside of this body. Gotta leave. Well, you gotta go through some pain before you leave. Don't worry. I'm feeling what it is to be here. We're going to want to come back for this pain again. But I had a wonderful time. And I think he's coming back in here. Sometimes it's a little painful. They call it the BP disorder, but that's okay. Don't forget, B&O, the train track, Barack Obama, B&O, blackout. Good night.